potato farm, and all this time it has been hanging in the air unadorned. Well, this episode will fix that, but first I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and click the like button if you like what I do. I would be very grateful. So, the carrot farm. Designing its layout in the creative world took a long time, and I based it on the palette of my forge, which I built for my blacksmith back in the second episode. And by the way, since then, if the statistics are correct, I have made more than 15,000 purchases or sales in this forge. The design took several days, and at the same time I used the mine which I spent the entire previous episode on. Running around my island, I kept thinking that my existing iron beacon, like the carrot farm, was unfinished and didn't fit into the island's landscape. So I thought, why not go all out and upgrade it to the diamond. Yes, at the moment the best beacon in the game is the netherite one, but the diamond one is in a second place. Plus, as I said, the entire previous episode was devoted to the mine, so why not use it for this? So to speak, to finish the theme of the previous episode with the cherry on top, or rather a beacon on the cake. After checking my inventory, I found just under half of the diamonds I needed, which meant I still needed half again. So I would have to do a lot of digging. The tools would wear out quickly, so I needed an experienced farm, and there was no point in putting off building it anymore. Yes, I had postponed its construction because I thought that trading with the villagers in the forge would be more than enough. When the farm was ready, I made a wall shulker of diamond pickaxes and another shulker of diamond shovels, which I bought from the blacksmith, and got to work. To extract 12 stacks of diamonds, I ran around various caves and in the process found several mob spawners, such as zombies, spiders, or more usefully skeletons, from which I could directly obtain bone meal. Although I already have a bone meal farm which is actually a carrot and potato farm. Perhaps in the future I will set up another spider spawner to have a supply of string which I use to craft candles and scaffolding. But for now, diamonds. Once the diamonds were collected and converted into blocks, I quickly threw together a beacon stand in the same creative world near my starting house, and using only resources that could be obtained in the mine, transferred it to my survival world. The design of the carrot farm was already ready, so it was time to collect the blocks I needed in the survival world. And that's when the problems began. In the design I used about 12 stacks of glowstone, which I can only get from trading with villagers in the forge. They sell one glowstone for 4 emeralds without a discount, so I needed an emerald farm. Currently there are only two ways to quickly obtain emeralds in the game: trading with villagers and raiding farms. One greatly complements the other. When a raid ends in victory, the player receives the Village Hero achievement, which in turn gives the player discounts on goods from the villagers. So, having the Hero of the Village achievement, I got more emeralds from the trading with the villagers than I would have without it. So, to start with, I had to go on a journey and look for an outpost. To activate a raid, I would need ominous bottles, which can only be obtained from a pillager with a flag on his back. From time to time, such pillagers spawn somewhere near the player, but that didn't suit me, so I needed an outpost because pillagers spawns non-stop near it. Having found an easy farm for ominous bottles on YouTube, I rebuilt it and stood near it for a while to accumulate some of these bottles. Now it was time for a raid farm. I watched a few videos on the subject as I had never been interested in raids before, and these pillagers only annoyed me, and threw together a couple of farm layouts which I then refined. When everything was ready, I transferred the result to the survival world, and I am completely satisfied with this farm. But how annoying are these waxes spawned by the walker? Gosh. While the villagers were creating glowstone for me, I returned to my mine to finish the skeleton spawner. Although the carrot and potato farm produces more bone meal than the spawner can, I needed a farm that directly produced bone meal rather than converting various resources into it. So the spawn point is ready. Skeleton spawn point, of course, uh, is ready, but there aren't enough farms for this episode yet. Ever since designing the iron farm, I've had a problem in my world, namely a lack of wool from sheep. And although I built a building for them in the second episode, I didn't automate wool production, and I didn't have the opportunity to constantly run to them with shears. So it's time to fix that. And while you're watching the replay of the wool farm construction here, I have something to say. In addition to all the farms mentioned above, a pumpkin farm was also built for this episode, but I recorded the replay of its construction very bad, as well as the replay of the construction of the foundation for the carrot farm, so I apologize. Well, it's time for me to step aside and let you watch the replays of the wool farm and the carrot farm itself. Enjoy! while I was bringing villagers to the farm for more comfortable trading of resources from the farm. Exactly 1000 days have passed since I started surviving in this world. Yoo-hoo! And on that happy note, I will end this episode. If you like it, hit the like button, and if not, the dislike button is always available. This is Aurelius Manet, and as always, take care.